Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what are the investigating processes in computer forensic or cyber forensic we can say. When we are just talking about computer or cyber forensic, that means we need to collect, examine, analyze and reporting the evidence that can prove yes some kind of attack or some kind of crime happens. So it is very we can say important part of cyber security which just plays a big role to prove in court like this crime happened. Okay, and what exactly the process is involved in today's session, I'm just going to discuss about it. So let's start today's session. Here you can see cyber crime is just increasing rapidly every day. Internet or the news are just full of the information that's related to cyber crime. Okay, whether that's industry related to bank, hospitals, manufacturing, government, any kind of industry is just uh, uh, under the cyber attacks. Okay, so the crime, when the crime is happen, the criminal can be inside your company, it can be from outside. Okay, there are number of phases of the cyber criminals. Then how just you are going to prove yes that kind of a crime happens in your organization, your valuable data has been stolen. Okay, so that means we are having here valuable data or the devices or the other resources and somebody steal those information. Okay, so how just we are going to prove yes that crime happens, so this cyber crime happens, so we need to collect the information from the computer devices or the other devices can be involved, that can be your mobile, your tablet, your server, your network, your data center, it can be involved any digital devices in the cybercrime. So you need to identify yes which are the important piece of information I need to collect so that I can prove in the court yes these are the evidence indicating yes that crime happens. Okay, when we are just talk about cyber forensic, what the things or we can say branches of it include. We need to identify yes what are the evidence we can collect from computers or the network. So we need a in-depth knowledge of how the operating systems are working, whether that's a Windows, Mac, Linux. So we need a very good understanding of that, how the network protocol works, what are the methodology work inside a network, how the attacks can performed by the hackers, or what type of attack from the inside criminal can perform on our network or on our computer. So we need to understand about each and everything. Okay, when we are just talking about mobile forensic, means we need to collect data, we need to analyze the devices or the components that involved in the mobile, whether that's your messaging services, it can be your WhatsApp or other services, or that data that's stored on your phone memory. Okay, on your what the external memory you are using to storing the device, to storing the data, it can be your images, emails, SMS, so many things can be involved in mobile forensic. Okay, so you also need the expert witnesses, or just how to provide support to find out yes these are the witness of those crime, and then how to just talk about all this, all the witnesses. Okay, and cybercrime about digital evidence or the evidence consulting. So which evidence we can present in the court, we need to know about all these things and how to collect all. And we also have specific devices. We need a lab where we can verify, because from the crime scene we can collect the data, and at our lab environment we can analyze, because this is not so easy task, just copying the data from the victim, and then within 1 or 2 hours, then we would be able to identify, yes, these kind of crimes happen, we got the evidence. No, that's not the case. In-depth knowledge of each and everything, and then definitely you need a time, lot of patience to execute all these things. So special softwares are there, special devices are there, so you need to set up the complete lab for your digital forensic. Okay, if some data, the criminal can be very smart, they can delete the data, so you must have the awareness of, yes, if some data has been deleted, then how to recover it, where it will stay, what are the software I'm just going to use. Because when somebody is deleting the data, somebody erasing from the hard disk, that means it is still it's available, but in the indexing the memory is showing that this space is free, and now we can allocate the data, and when we overwrite it, it will allocate that space to the new file. Okay, so whether that's recoverable, how to recover in case of delete, or some other softwares to recover all those data, we can also have the knowledge of all these things, and some other many other factors we also need to consider when we are just talking about cyber forensic. Clear? So you can see here on this table, there are number of devices. Clear? Those are the devices which are specialized for the cyber forensic. Okay, they have the special hard disk which are totally wiped or just formatted, so that when any data we are just going to copy from the victim machine or victim device, then as it is the copy, whether that's we are copying the complete hard disk or bit by bit copying on our device, then we need a special kind of hard disk which will fully formatted and intact. Okay, when we are connecting any device and that's trying to access the machine, that means it is also just going to make some changes on it. So we need some kind of software or the hardware device which can create a separate environment which will not affect on the victim machine. Okay, otherwise if we will be not very aware about all these things can happen uh, on the machine which is we are just received or acquired for collecting the evidence, then definitely it would can damage the evidence. Okay, so we need specific software, hardware to collect the evidence from the victim machine. Clear? So now just what are the processes come in a computer forensic or the cyber forensic, we can say. First of all, we need to understand about the incident. Yes, this incident happens, we need to collect the information from the client. Yes, what prompt you to think about, yes, this incident or this crime happened on your network, on your devices. Okay, so we need to collect each and every information about it. Okay, after just collecting the information, we need to scope our we need to just limitize our area, which as per these crimes these are the devices involved, and we need to get those devices and we need to present the data inside it as a evidence. So we just collect the lot of information about it. Clear? Which devices are involved, and then what the information we need to extract from it, we just have knowledge of all these things. And then cyber we can say chain of custody. not everyone can or we can say able to collect the information from the devices. No, who are the expert in certain area, when we are just talking about mobile forensic or computer forensic, digital forensic, then who are the specialized person will take the devices, take the evidences, each and every record will be maintained, so that the authorized person is responsible to handle all the evidences. So the evidences during the processing could not be tampered. So in case if we just claim yes that crime is happened, and if the evidence, actual evidence tampered, then our whole effort will be useless. Okay, so who will be the authorized person, who to whom we are hand over for the further processing? Then each and everything should be in the written process, written, and we need to take care of that thing. Okay, then the particular data, after for example a company reported yes some data, confidential data of our company has been leaked out, so they want to know yes who is the culprit in the company. And then for example the cyber forensic team undercover, they are observing the thing, yes this particular kind of traffic is just passing through your network, and what type of website they are using to store the information, and that data they need to under the control of them, so that they can present yes this is the culprit and we can prove it. Yes, that is the way they attack on your network and the crimes happen. Okay, and definitely just immediately getting the data we cannot conclude yes that crime is happened. No, we need to analyze, we need to have a discussion with the team, other team members as well, so complete analysis will happen, and then finally we will create a report, so that can be presentable in the court, or we can present yes this is our analysis, and as per our analysis or our expert is saying yes that crimes happen. Okay, so these are the processes for the investigating in the computer forensic. Okay, so isn't it so awesome? And that's it's really very very important to know all these things, how this happens, and how the cyber forensic expert can present their evidence in front of court. Yes, this crime is happened. Okay, so follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with your friends and group members as well, so that they will be able to understand what are the processes involved in cyber forensic or the computer forensic. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about how hackers extorted 1.14 billion from University of California, San Francisco. So in the next session I will discuss about it. Namaste. See you in the next session.